There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
The Avengers are a remarkable group indeed, having exceeded all expectations and destroying the competition in its opening weekend. But this mashup of superheroes has long played second fiddle to the likes of Batman and Spider-Man. So, just how did the Avengers assemble such a big fan base in such a short amount of time?
Until a few years ago, I think, Batman and Superman were much better known than the characters in the Avengers. I don't want to say they were B-list superheroes, but unless you were really into it, unless you were a comic book geek, you might not have known all about these other characters. But the movies have been so strong, and in some ways, I think the stories are so inspirational. Movie fans, I think, almost relate and identify more with the Avengers than some of the other superheroes.
So that's how far it's come, but it all started with
Downey.
The first really smart move was casting Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man.
And it's worked out pretty well so far.
If the Iron Man movies didn't work, none of this would happen. Marvel wouldn't have attempted Captain America, they wouldn't have attempted Thor.
It was like, oh, this is not a typical superhero piece of casting. I think everybody got into that idea, and he kicked off the Marvel films to follow.
With the destruction it's done at the box office, it's plain to see that it wasn't just comic book diehards that flooded the theaters. But why does the average Joe care so much now?
I think through the individual movies, people really got to know these characters, not just the superheroes. We got to know the human beings who became the superheroes. So you got a lot invested in them. If the Avengers just came out on its own, I don't think people would be that excited about it.
Marvel has been building, or you might say seeding, interest in this film with all of the other films they've made leading up to it.
I'm here to talk to you about the Avenger Initiative.
This careful buildup of anticipation has really paid off, and I think the comic fans are going to feel that way too.
So we've heard from the experts. What about the fans?
Everybody has that inner child inside of them that they want to bring out every now and then. And through movies like this, we get to kind of go back in time and be kids again.
I'd say just the fantasy of it, I guess. You see it in the comic books, and it's just like a cartoon and everything. But with the technology they have nowadays, it can kind of make it all come to life.
You have Black Widow, and she comes from a bad past and all that. And then you have Captain America, who's like your all-American guy. And you can relate to any character.
They're well-written, well-acted, and a lot of fun.
How about that?